Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see what time it is. Drams on deck. And today we got the Sagamore Rye Spirit in the building for review. Yes, we do. Today, you see this right here? We got the Cask Strength Sagamore sitting at 56% ABV. They're out of Baltimore, Maryland. They've been doing some great things. We'll get to that in just a second. We're also going to do the side-by-side with Cask Strength and the Double Oak. You see is one award here. This one here is a little bit lower proof at 48%, 96 proof, both ryes. And we're not going to do this today, but they do also have a reserve series. They have, as you see right here, a rum cask and a sherry cask. Both are definitely something that you can find, but you don't see it everywhere. They also have a port cask. I've been searching for a port cask to go with these two, and I haven't found the port cask yet. So I'm still on search for that. So these two, we will review those another day. But for today only, we're going to do the Cask Strength and the Double Oak. And the reason why is because these are the ones you can find pretty much anywhere you see a Sagamore. You'll see their entry-level rye, Cask Strength, Double Oak. One of those three or all those three. These two, you don't never see these everywhere. So these are a little bit harder to find. But these are going to be easy to find. So anyway, today we got the Sagamore Distillery in the building for review. Drams on deck. Let's go. What's up, baby? Back at it again. Another hot review for you. Drams on deck. Today we got some hitters in the building. Today we got the Sagamore Spirits on deck for review. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. These right here is something I've been getting into. I've been getting Sagamore probably like the last year or so. I tried the Double Oak first, and then I tried this one afterwards, and then just started going from there. I started getting to, as you saw earlier, in the Reserve series. And so, I definitely would like to just take the time to let you know this is a distillery out of Baltimore, Maryland that you may want to have on your radar if you don't already. They've been putting out good work. They're relatively priced. I mean, this Double Oak was like, I got this one for, I want to say around 50, 60 bucks. It was no more than that. And then same way for the actual Cask Strength. The Cask Strength was no more than 50, 60 bucks. And for a Cask Strength, I mean, a lot of Cask Strengths are nowadays, even American whiskeys, those going up for 75 and up. So this one didn't, they don't really cost quite as much. So I will say the Reserve series are more pricey. Like I said, the port cask one I'm looking for, the sherry, the rum cask, those is like $75 to $90, depending on where you go. But these entry-level ones, depending upon where you live at, you can get them anywhere 50 to 60. No, this way, you should get them for less than $70. Let's put it that way. Anywhere from $50 to $70. I've seen them real cheap. I've seen them up almost to 70. So, but anyway, I got these two on deck for review. Funny thing about them is that if you look at the bottles, it says 1909 on it. That's for their, they have like, well, based upon this right here, they have a spring house. I guess where they do a lot of their distilling and blending and whatnot from. So the house was built in 1909. So that's why they have 1909 on their bottles to signify the year that their house is built, where they do, and their products. So 1909 is what you see for Sagamore. So quick specs on this one. As I said earlier, this one here is 48 proof. Based upon this one, this is aged a straight rye whiskey, aged 45 years in high char American oak, and then it's transferred over into some what they would call stave barrels to pretty much impart more chocolatey, mocha, hazelnut kind of notes to it. This one here is a blend of two different whiskeys. It's a 4-year rye and a 7-year rye. They blend that together, and they actually pretty much, it's normally a lot of times they water it down, but this one they don't really water down quite as much because it is Cask Strength. But they also, the water they still use is limestone. So they use pretty much what they call limestone filtered water. This one's proof down more. This is Cask Strength, so not so much. But they both, are proof down, but nevertheless. So you have a blend here of a 4 and a 7 rye, and this is pretty much right here, the rye in this finish and the stave barrels. So that's why they call it Double Oak. Nevertheless, like I said, man, these I kind of like, spirits that are kind of, up in age. They don't do any 40% whiskey, which is good. I haven't seen the one that they all the whiskeys they do is pretty much mid 40s and up. I prefer high proof, so that's right up my alley. Relatively priced and not necessarily hard to find. As I stated earlier, the Reserve series, you're not going to find it everywhere. But these, you should find them pretty much your local stores, wherever you may live at, depending upon where you live. But you should usually find these pretty much anywhere, especially the Double Oak. Cask Strength, you see it around, but the Double Oak, this one is as well as the entry level. Entry level looks similar to this, it's just not Cask Strength. Those two, this Double Oak and that one, you should pretty much find anywhere at your local store. So, but anyway, as always, we gonna nose it, we gonna taste it, and we gonna score it. So I'm left-handed. I'm gonna start on the left-hand side. So actually, I think I'm gonna start right here on the right because, like I said, if I start with a high proof, it's gonna taste real low proof. So let me start with this Double Oak. And side by side on the color, the Double Oak is very slightly darker. But as you can see from the camera, it's very, very medium colored. So, but yeah, Double Oak, 48%. Let's see what we got on this nose. Okay. Right off the top, I pick up a little bit of cocoa, a little mocha, a little chocolate on the nose. I get a nice little sweet wood on it, sweet oak. Man, but it just smells like just imagine if you had some, nice little fudge or hot chocolate powder mix. That's what it smells like a little bit on the nose. The alcohol is there, but it's not very high though. It's not burning your nose or anything like that. But very nice cocoa, chocolate, that nutty kind of smell is pretty nice and pleasant on the nose. Yes, sir. It's not a bad nose at all. It's not flagrant. It's not foul. It's, like I said, chocolatey, cocoa, sweet oak. I like it. I'm starting to salivate a little bit. So without further ado, let's take this first sip and let's see what we got. Cheers. Okay. I always take 2 sips because the first sip opens me up. Second one saturates my palate. But even on the first sip, the nose translates to the palate. A lot of times you may nose something and think it's going to taste one way, and you taste it like, wow, this is not what I smell. So the nose translates to the palate. So pretty much what I describe is what I taste. I'm going to take one more quick sip, though. Okay. The thing about this also, it has medium viscosity to it. So it has some oiliness to it. Right now, it's still sticking to the walls. But man, you pick up a lot of chocolate notes on here. Chocolate, cocoa, a little mocha, like a fresh coffee. Man. Then you still pick up the ryeness, the rye spice. You pick up that rye. So like I said, it's a straight rye whiskey. And so you pick up the spice, like the nutmeg, cinnamon, that little spicy peppers, like almost like a sweet peppery note. It's good, man. It's really good. Like I said, so it's oiliness. So if you like chocolate, mocha, hazelnut, vanilla, a little bit of vanilla, little, those kind of characteristics, little coffee stuff. When you like that in your spirit, this is the one for you. And so it's 48%. So it's not like it ain't no punk now. 40% to me is really weak. But so this one is not what you would call a high proof, but it has a little bit of oomph to it. Has a little bit of creaminess to it. So I like that. And so I really enjoyed it. You can sip this all day. It shouldn't burn you. If you sip neat, this really shouldn't be a problem at all, man. But the notes on here is really nice, man. I really enjoy it. If you ever had, I know everyone's not a Woodford Reserve fan, and I'm not saying I am either, but they're double oaked. If you like the Woodford double, I'm only talking about the double oak. If you like the Woodford double oaked, you would like this. I think it's a little bit better. Actually, it is better than double oak for Woodford. If you like the Old Forester 1910 or the 1920, I'm just trying to give you an idea of the flavor profile that you're getting with this. So if you're a fan of the Woodford Double Oak, if you're a fan of the Old Forester 1910 or the 1920, throw this one in your rotation. If you like those, add this in your rotation if you never tried it, because you definitely would like this one. If those 3 bottles are your wheelhouse of flavor profile, mine's kind of vast. I don't just like one thing, but if you like that, you'll like this. Like I said, you definitely pick up the rice spice, but I think that's a good thing because I think that the sweetness from the mocha, the chocolate, from that stay that's set when it's finished 18 months. It's aged, I think, 4 to 7 years, and then after that, it's finished 18 months, and that stave imparts a lot of that chocolate, that hazelnut, that mocha flavor. So I think that the rye spice kind of balances out that sweetness. So you got the sweetness when you got the nice little bit of hint of the rye spice mixed together. I think it's balanced very well. It's creamy. It's like I said, it's the proof is very good on it. Like I said, I'm a sucker for high proof, but I can sip this just fine. I don't feel cheated or anything like that. But nevertheless, this is a bomb dram. Let me take one more quick sip. I'm gonna give you a score on this one. Oh yeah, more the same. More the same. Chocolate, mint, cocoa, hazelburn, that nice hitness of the sweet of the rye spice, cinnamon, sugar, caramel. It's very nice, very nice. So like I said, man, for 50, well, it depends on where you go, but like I said, I think I pay, like I said, maybe around 55, 60, something like that. I'm in Des Moines, so and plus they give me a little discount too. So around 55, 60 bucks. This is a bargain all day long. So like I said, if you like those other three spirits I named, this should be in your rotation. Bomb dram, I like it. If I had to rate this 1 out of 10, 10 being the best for me, Drams on deck. Man, I'm only gonna rate this against, you know, contemporary American spirits, but this one right here, I mean, this is solid, man. I'm so torn right now. But I gotta give this an 8.75 out of a 10 for me. 8.75 out of a 10. Like I said, I love that's because I like the note. So if you're not a fan of mocha, chocolate, hazelnut, mint, you know, that nice rye spice with cinnamon, sugar, caramel. If you're not a fan of that, then this ain't gonna be your wheelhouse. But I am a fan of that. It's balanced properly. The flavor profile is good. It has a medium good finish to it. Like I said, the creaminess to it. I like it, man. I really do. And then the thing about it, I think the price game is good because, like I said, this is $55, $60. This, to me, that's a bargain price because I've spent well more than twice the price of this for spirits that I didn't even care for. I mean, sometimes they're hit and miss, but now I'm not talking about Sagamore, but the other spirits I spent well over $100 for, and I didn't enjoy it quite as much. So sometimes in my reviews, you'll see me knock a spirit down because it's overpriced. This one, I think, is relatively priced. So because of that, I'll probably give it an extra half a point just because it's relatively priced. So out the door, price of it, availability, taste, profile, 8.75 out of a 10 for Drams on deck. That is a very good score, and I really enjoy this. That, like I said, the flavor profile is to my liking. So, but like I said, if you don't like chocolate, mocha, coffee notes, if you're not into caramels, and if those flavors don't stand out for you in your spirit, then just stay away from this because this ain't gonna be what you want. Okay, so all in all, 8.75 works for me. Drams on deck. That being said, let's transition over to the left-hand side, which is we have right here, the Sagamore Cask Strength bottle at 56% ABV. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As I stated earlier, this one is a blend of 4 and 7-year-old ryes and bottle at high proof. And so you got the 7-year, 4-year blend together. Let's see how this blend comes out. The color game is very similar, but on the nose, let's see what this has to offer. So the nose is not quite as pronounced as this double oak is, but you still pick up the rye spice. I can pick up the rye spice. I mean, you know, even with blindfolding, I can pick up the rye spice on here. And I'm not sure how heavy the rye mash bill is. I don't know what percentage of the rye mash bill is, but I said it was a straight rye. So, but I definitely pick up the rye spice, caramel, little hint of brown sugar. That's pretty much the only thing I'm picking up. Rye spice, caramel, and light brown sugar. So I would say the nose on the double oak stands out more. Even though this is a higher proof, the nose is more pronounced on the double oak. Without further ado, let's take a sip of this Cask Strength and let's see what we got. Cheers. And another one, man, this one good too. Like I said, I've had them both individually. They were both good. But I never had them side by side. So it's like, man, they're both, this one's solid too. even though it's about what, about 8% higher, it doesn't seem like on the palate. It doesn't seem very like that much hotter. It doesn't really seem that much. It still drinks relatively smooth. You know. I'm gonna take one more quick sip, and I'm gonna give you more depiction of the notes. This one's good too. This one, you pick up more mocha, more chocolate notes, coffee notes with the double oak. This one, you do get a little bit of chocolate, but not as much as this one. But you do get more. You get more of a tea note, like a mint tea. You get the rice spice, and it's slightly higher proof. The proof is slightly higher. It's barely noticeable, but and this is good too, man. You can't go wrong either way, man. Hence why this one got 95, this one got what 96 or whatever. They're both solid, man. You can't go wrong either way. I like them both, man. Like I said, the notes, I mean the ABV is proof is higher, but side by side for some reason I slightly notice it, but it's not a major thing. But they're both balanced. They both have a somewhat of a chocolate note within it. Both have like a mint. This is higher on the mint. This is higher on the chocolate and the coffee. This one has I can taste the rice spice slightly more on this one, but they're both solid. I mean, tomato. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong either way. The one thing I think, like I said, I love. Years ago, I didn't like ryes, and that's crazy because I always tell people try different spirits because all spirits don't taste the same. All rye whiskeys don't taste the same. All wheated whiskeys don't taste the same. All corn. So I tried different things because years ago I started trying some other rye. I think the first rye I didn't. I cared. I really tried. I was like, damn, I don't like this. I didn't like the Horse Soldier. I didn't much care for, even still this day, the Whistle Pig 10. I didn't care for those. But to me, these are different. So I like these, ryes. Like I said, it just depends upon maturation, trying different things. And the more you push yourself to try different things, the more you come around. So nevertheless, man, I mean, I really enjoy these. And these are rye spirit. I enjoy the hell out of these. I really do. I love the price point, like the availability, like the balance. I like the chocolatey notes they both combine within. Definitely more, like I said, more chocolate, more cocoa, more coffee, more hazelnut on this one. This one you taste more rice spice on this one, more mint on this one. More of that tea note on this one. You get a nice sweet oak on here as well. A nice little brown sugar on this as well. So they're both solid, man. Like I said, man. This one a little bit more spice. This one has more chocolate. I'm going to take one more quick sip. I'm going to score this one for you. They both bomb. They both nice. I mean, you can go either way. It's just a matter of preference, man. 1 over 10, 10 being the best for me. Drams on deck. Is SAGAMORE Cask Strength. They both solid, man. They really are. You can go either way with this, man. I mean, I probably have to give this an 8.75 because they have some similarities to it. The proof is there. A little bit more rice spice there. So it's a matter of what you're in the mood for. If you want more chocolate, more coffee note, go here. If you want more heavier note of rice spice and mint, go this one. I like them both. You can't go wrong either way. They're both 8.75, man. Like I said, the commonality is the spice and the chocolate note. Though this one has a slightly higher chocolate, but they both have that in common. So I mean, you could definitely test. There's a kinship there, but this one definitely has more of that chocolate coffee spice to it. So all in all, bomb Drams. So to me, 8.75 for both of them. They're both around the same price point. This one may be slightly more than the Double Oak, depending on where you go. But where I got them from, they was pretty much the same price. But if anyone is more expensive, it would probably be this one, but not by much. Like I said, man, if you see the Sagamores on your shelf, if you never tried the Sagamore out of Maryland, do yourself a favor and get it. Get it. These are solid. Trust me, solid. I haven't reviewed the reserve series I showed you earlier, the sherry and the rum. But I'm telling you right now, just a little early prediction. That sherry ain't no joke. I'm gonna just let you know right off top. So Sagamore handling their business. I haven't had a bad Sagamore yet. Certain spirits you try and it's like it's okay, like wow, this is decent. But this is better than decent. This is pretty damn good. I mean, Sagamore they've been blowing my mind how good they've been. And I mean, they're sourced, and they get they're sourced out of Indiana MGP. They take it and do some great things with it. But all in all, I'm very pleased with it. I have four, like I said, those 4 ones I showed you, and all of them get busy. Every last one of them, they do their thing. And they're all under $100. So I think, if this keeps winning more awards, I think the price will go up. Same way they Henry McKenna years ago before he won the award, used to get it for $30. Now it's like $70 some places. So the more recognition, the more awards you get, the more the price dries up. I'm trying to tell you, these are on the come up. If you don't know, I'm gonna hit the table for you. Let you know the Sagamore is for real. Trust me on this one. If you like the spice notes, I'm telling you, they are pretty good. Trust me on it. If you like the notes I gave you, trust me, you won't be disappointed with these. Give it a shot. Hopefully, if you're in the aisle, you're looking for something different, you've been drinking the same thing for years or months, and you just like it's a new year, you just want to just put something different on your bar shelf, you would just introduce something different to yourself or to your people or whoever you drink with. If you never had this before, I think you would definitely enjoy these. I don't think you'll go wrong with these. I don't think at all. So in the comment, let me know if you had this before. I want to know your opinions of Sagamore because I'm really, really impressed with these. I'm very impressed with these. This one in the Westward, I did a Westward review. That whiskey is out of Portland, Oregon. Westward and Sagamore are 2 American spirits that is really, really, I'm really like locked in on. Like those, I tried them both. They both doing great things. So Sagamore and Westward, both doing great things. So let me know your opinions of the Sagamore. Any Sagamore you had, whether it be this one or any other expression that they put out. I don't know your thoughts and opinions, but they doing their thing over there in Maryland. So keep your eye on this. Trust me, keep your eye on these guys. They're solid. So I want to know your thoughts and opinions. Check my Instagram page out. Hit the like button, subscribe button if you got something nice, because likes and subscribes won't cost you a thing, man. Also, I have a Cash App Patreon if you do choose to make a small donation to support the channel. But all in all, man, they are solid. So keep your eye on them for them. And those other 2, like I said, the Reserve Series, I'm going to get that review soon. I'm trying my best to get a hold of that port cask. What I want to do the rum, the sherry, and the port. All in one review. So I'm just trying to see if I can get my hands on it. If I can't get it, I'll just give you those 2. But nevertheless, I'm just try my best to get a port. I heard good things about that port. So a couple people have shot out that the Sagamore port cask is just as good, or maybe dare I say slightly better, to the Midwinter's Dram made by High West, which is another. They're out of if I'm not mistaken, Nevada, and that's allocated by Midwinter's Dram. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So I didn't say that, but some other people have said that the Sagamore port is on the same level, if not better, than that one. So I'm trying to tell you, I'm letting you know they on the come up. So if you never had them, do yourself a favor, try them out. You can maybe even try this at a pour at a bar or restaurant. You can maybe find it there as well if you never had it. Like if you're gonna find it at your local store. So hope you got something out of it. Stay safe out there. Hope everybody's enjoying the new year. I got more hot reviews coming your way. Drams on deck. Yes, sir.